Hi, it's Kevin Stewart, Builds 250. I'm Kev, and this is issue 14 of Build the Ferrari F40 Competizione. Okay, so issue 14, adding more details to the kind of engine still. There is a replacement part that we'll go through when I get into the main build. Yeah, it's just adding more details to the engine, so let's get into it. Let's get into the build for issue 14. Okay, so issue 14, now I've got these laid out, and as I said, there is this issue with issue 14, where they've included some parts that you don't need to use or aren't going to be used. They're mistakes, apparently, they're incorrect parts. So I've left those two in the bag because I'm going to kind of get rid of them. So there's these two parts here. What does it call them in the magazine? The bracket and rear cover. So the bracket and the rear cover, now I've left those as I say in the bag, so I'm going to get rid of them. The rest, yeah, all there, and that's okay. We've got this instruction, this replacement part that's been sent out. Hopefully everybody's got that in their subscribers pack. Too sure how they're going to do that if you're getting them from the news agents, but make sure that if you are getting them from the news agents, obviously that you've got this replacement part. Replacement part and some instructions on what you need to do. Basically that bracket and rear cover, you're not using them, and you're just going to basically push that on to the differential housing, and we'll have a look at that when we get to it. But yeah, hopefully it's got sense. And magazine for issue 14. There's always another yellow Ferrari. I've made my views on the yellow Ferrari plane. Hey, Ferrari's a Ferrari, and those are gorgeous pieces of automotive art. But yellow isn't my preferred colour. Obviously, red for me. But a Ferrari's a Ferrari, and as I say, they are absolutely stunning pieces of machinery. So. And the cockpit of this particular very Formula 1-esque, very Formula 1 style steering wheel. Obviously, yeah, that's the centre over the iconic Ferraris into motorsport. And yes, the instructions. Obviously, I'll put those in the video as we go along. But yeah, it's that 1 and 5. And it says do not assemble, and then the other instructions say do not use. So there we go, even got it highlighted. And then we're going to have 15 and 16 coming. But let's get into the build. Let's get into the revised build, or the main build for issue 14. Okay, so into the issue, into the build. Okay, so the first thing it's telling us to do is to attach the gearbox housing part C, which is this one here with the protrusion, with the flat protrusion on, and we're just going to be fitting that to the engine differential case from last issue. The actual flat part goes away from the engine, and it just kind of fits in like that. So the flat part itself, the protrusion if you like, with the 2 pins that are going to go on the next part, away from it, kind of fits in like that, no gap again, and they're just fitted in with 2 type T screws. Just kind of go down there. Be careful, I don't want to drop these screws down into the guts of the engine. I know that obviously you probably just turn it upside down and they'll fall out, but yeah, there are a few things they could get caught on down there, so nice magnetic screwdriver, and making sure that I don't kind of drop them. You probably could just turn it upside down and they would fall out again. Okay, so that's the first part of the gearbox bracket housing. And then the next part goes on. Obviously, it's going to get cold one way, isn't it? Can't go that way, but it goes on one way. That just gets fitted on. Once again, 2 more type T screws. Put down those holes, screw holes. Nice easy issue, no real drama. Obviously, apart from the mistake and the incorrect part being sent, but to be fair to them, you know, they've rectified that. They're giving you the instructions. They're giving you the new part, showing you how to fit it with an extra instruction part. So no real drama there. Okay, that's getting quite long as well. That engine, my handle, it's getting quite long. And it says to fit the transmission mounts themselves. Well, left-hand one, right. So the left-hand one's got the larger pin, slot if you like, whatever you want to call it, but it's got the longer protrusion that's going to go in, the bigger one. So the right-hand one's got kind of a smaller one, so there is a difference. Easy to see. Okay, and that's just going to go into that side, and these are just push fit. Make sure you're getting the right way around, obviously. Yeah, make sure I'm just checking that I've got the right way around, saying that. Yeah, so it's gonna, obviously that's gonna sit in there. Nice and flush. And then this one, it's in there. Hopefully nice and flush again, yeah. Okay. Because these are interference fit, do sometimes take a bit of effort to get them in nice and flush. But at least you're not using glue. I'm just making sure I've got those nice and yeah, they are. Bit of effort there to get them nice and flush. But they're definitely, I don't think need glue because they're not going to go anywhere. Okay. Now that was it for the magazine instructions, if you like, and then we had these two parts, obviously, that we incorrect parts, if you like, that we don't need to fit, and we were given the replacement part. Now my replacement part, when I took it out of the package, fell apart. That was all stuck on, but as I took it out of the package, it actually came apart. Okay, so be careful with it, because these rods, they are, I believe, glued in on the part, but mine weren't glued in very well. It kind of came apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them back together. But make sure you kind of glue them. If it happens to you, if any of them come out, make sure you glue them in the correct way around. What I'm going to do first, though, is, because I don't want it to break off again, so I'm going to put this part onto the model, which is the cover. Put that, just push fits on. Yes, that's on. And then I'm going to glue this on now. So I'm going to put some super glue on and put it in now. Looking at the pictures and everything, it kind of goes with the 3 holes facing upwards on the engine, and that makes sense to how they all kind of fit in. So, a little bit of super glue, a little dab of super glue, cocktail stick method for me. A little bit of dab of super glue. Trying to avoid, be very careful, so I don't want to get any on the outside of the engine. Okay. Re-glued, glued back into position. Okay, but hey, issue 14, done. Okay, so issue 14, once that replacement part came apart, and it came apart fairly easy, to be fair, gluing it back together wasn't that easy, getting those legs in. all in the same place, and super glue weren't all that easy, but went together okay in the end. So yeah, so top tip for this one is be really gentle. Don't push on those legs on that replacement part. Kind of when you be really careful when you're taking it out of the packaging, and definitely don't apply any pressure to that end piece. But it's looking good. The engine's a fair size now, fair weight. Even the plastic parts are nicely detailed. So once again, impressed with it, even though I had those issues with that coming apart. Modelling sometimes. So hey, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you like to see progression of any of these models as they go on, then please remember to subscribe. Please remember to click the bell if you want to be notified anytime that a video goes live. But for now, hey, stay safe, stay home if you can. Hope to catch you again on the channel soon. Ta-ra for now.